our show Aladdin in particular has can really still surprise audiences in the sense of humor that's happening on stage. I think there's the expectation that it's just for kids. There's a deep sense of humor in there that's really aimed at us, and I think there's a lot that people can attach to with that.
That moment when the carpet takes off,
Yeah.
we spoke about this. Everybody knows that the magic carpet has to fly somehow, but they expect to see how it works, and they just cannot get their heads around the fact that it's actually flying in front of them. Children, adults, you always hear that moment where they're like, oh, the gasp.
It completely brings it to reality for them,
Yeah.
and it exceeds their expectations coming in, and I think that type of surprise
Yeah.
is what we specialize in. With
Definitely.
The little bit of Disney magic.
The thing that I love most about Jasmine is the fact that she recognizes that true wealth is actually not in the materials, and she knows that actually there's more, that there's a beauty in the soul, and I love that she finds that connection with Aladdin, and to her she doesn't even see that he's a street rat and he's a poor person, and I just find that a really beautiful quality.
And it's unique and beautiful that she's able to hold on to that, but that there's this person who has lived that sheltered life, but has been able to see past that. And I think there's a real charm in that. And that.
How about for you?
I love the Genie. He's clearly like there's all the stuff that we don't see, all the years, the 10,000 years of backstory of him being in this lamp, and like other people that he's met and been attached to and had to serve, but that he clearly, in meeting this kid and meeting Aladdin, finds something different. Like there's this genuine connection that he finds with Aladdin that is so fun to still play after however many performances that I still go out there and still get inspired by that every time when I do it.
It's a beautiful moment.
I think one of the coolest things that our sets do, and the perspective you get, is the actual marketplace and the way that looks with these buildings, with these pieces, with the scarves, and like with everything, with the massive sook that raises at the beginning of the act, and like all those things really forming this marketplace scene that really pulls you into the streets of Agrabah.
I definitely recognised this when I saw in Tech, the Cave of Wonders. I didn't realise that actually there's like gold coming from like the ceiling as well as from the wings, and the depth that it creates.
Endless. It seems like the gold is just endless, and that it goes forever, and that like...
And it's more beautiful because that's such an iconic moment when he goes into the cave that you're like, how would they ever recreate that on stage with the set? And how can it top the movie?
Something extremely unique happens in that moment, and like, absolutely.
And it absolutely does.
I think our show in particular has there's a couple overall messages, and there's the idea of the being yourself. There's multiple love stories. There's the love story between Jasmine and Aladdin. There's the love story and friendship and kinship between Aladdin and the Genie, and I think audiences are able to leave with an enjoyment of all of those things.
And I guess as listening to you speak then, like if you were just to look at it in terms of how grand the sets and the costumes are, that kind of seems out of this world, but the subject matters are very much subject matters that we can all relate to in everyday
very
life.
Human, absolutely.
So I guess it's kind of just highlighting that we're all the same, we're all connected.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be ashamed of in just being and owning your truth.
Absolutely.